Earlier this month, the Ad Council released a, well, rather interesting video called Diversity and Inclusion, Love Has No Labels. The point of the video was to inform people about subconscious prejudice, or implicit bias as they call it. The clever gimmick was that a given couple would be behind a kind of X-ray screen, so that the public observers would only see skeletons being affectionate towards each other. That is, until they walked out from behind the screen and revealed what they were specifically, supposedly illustrating the effects of implicit bias. For example, if you saw a skeleton couple kissing, assume that they were male and female, and then discovered that they were actually lesbians, you would realize your own implicit bias, especially when a message appeared on the screen saying, "Love has no gender." Now, when I saw the first couple, my immediate assumption was that the video was going to be some form of homomania, the promotion and normalization of homosexuality, and it was, but only at first. For the average person, this might create a sense of pride in the progression in moral values, but for a fanatic like myself, all that can be noticed are the implications of the imagery used. The reality is that videos like this don't have the effect of changing the minds of people with a bias. They don't even have the effect of motivating and informing people on how to confront bias, as the website linked in the description below is meant to do. But the only effect that results is the stigmatization of people who have a bias, or rather the people perceived to have a bias. This reality was made manifest in the video when the next couple behind the X-ray screen revealed themselves to be a heterosexual couple who was also interracial, with the screen now saying, "Love has no race." Yes, disagreeing with homosexuality is on par with racism. I figured that the rest of the video would be more of the same, but then it started taking a more interesting turn. The next skeleton couple were two little skeletons dancing silly dances, who then revealed to be two little girls, one of them having a disability of some sort, with a sign saying, "Love has no disability." It's later revealed that the two girls are sisters, and I was a little confused. Is this meant to imply that disapproving of homosexuality is not only on par with racism and disability discrimination, but also anti-sibling friendship? Oh, good grief. The next couple was a heterosexual couple with the man being blind, love has no disability. After the next group, which was a gay couple with a child, there was an elderly couple with the label love has no age, which was actually really sweet, but felt a little out of place compared to the other couples who had more polarizing biases connected to them. James White, on the Dividing Line radio program, pointed out that if love has no age, then shouldn't consistency demand that there be a couple with some sort of large age gap? Of course, he was bringing up the issue of pedophilia, but even within reasonable age gaps, that doesn't seem to be something that the culture stigmatizers want to propagate. Well, at least not yet. So after the next couple was revealed as child friends of different races, the next skeleton couple were bowing down to each other, one revealed to be a female Christian of some sort, and the other a Hindu woman, with a sign saying, "Love has no religion." There was no romance implied, but then again, not much else was implied either. Is this the kind of love where the two of them agree to disagree? And how is that really relatable to the other loves mentioned in the video? And the last couple were two men, a Jew and a Muslim, again with the sign, "Love has no religion." I'm assuming that this is the kind of love where the Muslim doesn't take his religion seriously. With all the couples shown, there were lofty phrases like,
"We all have different religions, but we have universal love as well."
And,
"Love is love."
And of course,
"Our family is no less than any other family."
With the last scene showing the thesis of the message, "Love has no labels." To which I am left wondering, does love have any value at this point? The video takes gay relationships, straight relationships, siblings, childhood friends, along with co-religious types, and places them all under the same banner of love, equating them all to each other. Now, some might say, wait a minute, this video isn't actually saying that a sexual relationship is the same as a childhood friendship. The problem with such a complaint is that in order for the message to have any emotional weight, all of the relationships must be equatable, especially when they're all used in the same montage. After all, any bias in one area is the same as a bias in another area. All love is equally celebrated in this video, and thus all love is equal. The obvious problem is that no one has this kind of mindset in the real world, whether in love or in bias. A bias towards race is not the same as a bias towards a sexual desire or action, and a bias towards old age is not the same as a bias towards different religions. What the Ad Council should have done was make a different video for each of the different biases and illustrate how each of them affects people. But I get it, it's a Valentine's Day thing, so they're trying to get in as many different things as they possibly can. So now all forms of love are equal, and as an unintended consequence, all forms of love are now meaningless. Of course, not all forms of love were shown in this ad. C.S. Lewis explained that there are 4 loves, which he based on the 4 words for love in the Greek language. Storge, which is familiar or brotherly love, philia, which is friendship, eros, which is romantic love, and agape, which is God's love. James White was right to wonder why the ad didn't also have polyamorous relationships, incestuous relationships, with a sign saying, "Love has no limit." But what is more insightful is why the ad didn't have any agape love. They had storge, philia, eros, and of course the perversion of eros, but why not agape? But the reason why not is obvious. If the love of God was mentioned or illustrated, it would expose the silliness of this love equating that the ad was attempting to illustrate. Each love is different, which is why they cannot be equatable, and having the greatest form of love would remind us what love isn't. It also might remind us that there is a God to live for, and we can't have that, can we? So congratulations, Ad Council, you inadvertently made love less relevant in daily life. Now, will you do us all a favor and bring back the crash dummies? I really miss those guys.
1, 2, 1, 2. Larry, you know, this simple exercise can help you stay healthy, which keeps medical costs down.
But you gotta do it every day, Vince. Or you'll get out of shape fast.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Don't forget to like or dislike this video, add to your favorites or share it if you really liked it, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to see future videos. Until then, take care and Godspeed.